Hello, Aston Villa fans. Welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast. And I haven't done a Villa AM in a while. And the reason I wanted to pop on today is I think because Villa's youngsters, we've seen a lot of them play with our underage teams and with our academy teams. And I wanted to pop on because their youngsters have been attracting some positive press, I think, recently. And what I wanted to do was talk about one particular youngster, I suppose you could really call him a youngster, one particular loanee, should I say, that Aston Villa have out there is doing really, really well, and I think could potentially be a sale candidate in June or July, in the summer, because of how they're playing. I want to talk about a young player who's gone out on loan a couple of days ago. I want to talk about a young player who's on loan who's potentially could be on the move again. And lastly, I want to talk about a big high-profile name from our academy who is attracting some loan attention. It has been greenlit a move to go out on loan in this January transfer window. So that's why I've termed this one "The Kids Are Doing Fine." And with that, I want to talk about Lewis Dobin. Firstly, he is somebody obviously that came across to us in the transfer with Timur Bunum for Everton. He's had a really cracking season this year. 6 goals, 5 assists for Preston North End. I think he's played 20 games, roughly about 1,100 minutes so far. But he's somebody who's getting an awful lot of attention. Awful lot of attention from other championship clubs, and an awful lot of attention for the fact that, he's finally kind of building on his promise. Had a couple of loans last season at Norwich and so on. Didn't really work out for him. This loan at Preston has really, really worked out. And he's probably somebody that might have the same arc, albeit not be the same sale price as one Cameron Archer, who went to the championship and had a really, really good loan spell and therefore got a move afterwards. So for somebody like Lewis Dobin, that's somebody that we might take a look at as maybe somebody that we could potentially sell in the summer based on this cracking championship season that he's having. And, more power to him. Let him go score 10 goals and have 10 assists in the championship this year and really elevate his value, because there is money floating around in the championship, parachute payments, all that kind of stuff. But there is money floating around in the championship. So it might not be an insignificant fee that a team might want to pay for somebody like Lewis Dobin, specifically if they feel that he could fit their system. So Lewis Dobin, Preston North End, definitely somebody I think that has been hitting the headlines, and a lot of people will forget that he actually even ever played for Aston Villa. Another person that I don't think we will forget played for Aston Villa is Aiden Borland. And Aiden Borland is now gone on loan with Swindon Town. And I think this is a really good move for him, because he's somebody who's been a captain of our youth team, somebody who obviously played in the successes of last year, and somebody who's now gone to get proper football, senior big boy football. So he's going to be playing with Swindon. Swindon doing pretty well at the moment, and I wish him all the best. I'm going to keep an eye on his career, because I really like him as a player. He's been on the bench for Aston Villa this season already, and he had a starring role in Villa's team in the Europa Youth League as well, where they narrowly lost out to AZ Alkmaar in the round of champions. I can't remember what round it was. I think it was the third round of that, before they went into the they joined with the other teams that are in the Champions League. So Aiden Borland, best of luck to you on loan at Swindon. Now I'm going to bring it back kind of full circle as well, because Aiden Borland is going to be joining another Aston Villa player there at Swindon, and that is Finley Monroe. Finley Monroe, who's famously Declan Rice's cousin, is at Swindon Town, but he may not be there for much longer, because aforementioned Lewis Dobin's club, it's a tangled web we weave here in this trouble of clubs. Well, this trouble of players, I suppose, between two clubs. Preston North End have registered an interest in bringing Finley Monroe from League One to the Championship, because Finley Monroe has been playing very, very well for Swindon Town. He's had 23 appearances, mostly playing as a left wing back. He's he's had 6 assists and scored 2 goals already. And there's reports that Aston Villa might actually recall him to actually sell him again, or maybe even look to send him out on loan to Preston North End. But I suppose depending on what the money would be, it may be worth our while loaning him out once more to a higher level and seeing what can happen there. just like once again, Ken Kessler-Hayden has had loans at Swindon and played really well against Man City, moved on then, and is now playing his football elsewhere after getting a move this off season for roughly about £5 million, I think it was as well. But as we know, Finley Monroe has actually had 2 senior appearances for Aston Villa, playing in the Europa League? I think it was. Did he play this year? Was it the Conference League? But he's definitely played twice for Aston Villa anyway. So Unai Emery obviously thinks highly of him. That's somebody, as I said, that was that is out on loan, that may be coming back to go back out on loan again, or may even be sold. Who knows? Depending on what the money is like. Now, also we've had other people go out on loan. Sils Finkels has gone out. Has signed on loan for Chesterfield, and he actually came on at the weekend and he played 90 minutes. So, or he played, should I say, the weekend, played 90 minutes. So he's gone on loan as well. And Max Lott has had his loan period extended until the 4th of February as well at Stratford Town. So that's Max Lott from Aston Villa as well also. You know, as I say, that is that they're kind of the players that are already out on loan or have gone out on loan and are already making an immediate impact at the clubs that they're at. Now, I did mention as well that there's a high-profile player that Aston Villa have given the green light to move on loan. And I think with Villa being out of the European competition, the academy under European competition, I think they probably will look to give players some first-team football or senior football opportunities. And that person is Rory Wilson. And you'll probably have read this previously, but Rory Wilson, obviously, we had that standoff with Aston Villa last year, ended up in signing that new 2-year deal. Wanted to get have some sort of guarantees that he would have some pathway towards senior football. So I think sending him out on loan here would be beneficial, I think, for Aston Villa and for Rory Wilson. Played really well for the academy this year, scored quite a lot of goals and has looked really, really sharp. But it's said that clubs in the Championship, clubs in League One are keen on a loan deal for him as well. But also that there's interest has came from clubs in Austria, Belgium and France. And Villa are leaning towards a European move as being a better option for his development. So that's what really sparked my interest here. So that's something to keep an eye out for there as well. And Rory Wilson, as I say, somebody we do have high hopes for, signed that initial 2-year contract. Maybe he goes out on a loan deal. Maybe he gets more. He signs another deal with Aston Villa. This is a good place for his development. And if we can send him out on loan to get even more development, I think that is beneficial for everybody involved. So that's just a little Villa AM for you guys there today to talk about 4 or 5, or actually I think it was 6 Aston Villa players that are out on loan that have either been extended or that potentially could be going out on loan already and or again going out on loan in this transfer window, should I say. So so that's our kids are doing fine, and it's nice to see them having prosperous loan spells and good loan spells and being wanted to continue their development at senior clubs and at good senior clubs as well. So long may that continue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.